Border Zone 1494 2AY. It is time to have a chat to Mark Dixon, the Wodonga TAFE CEO. A very good morning to you.
Morning, Angela. How are you?
Very well and welcome back.
Thank you. It's been a couple of weeks, actually. We've had a few of our teachers in and a couple of our students. Joe Bolton, I think, was on radio last time for us as the Student Apprentice of the Year. So.
Now, we have had so much happen in the last couple of weeks, so it's great to have you back on board. But first of all, very exciting to look forward to you hosting the next Cross-Border Chamber Business After Hours event.
Yeah, we're excited about that as well. And, you know, we support both chambers on the Albury side and the Wodonga side. And I think it's a fabulous opportunity for businesses to network after work for a couple of hours, join us for a beer and a glass of wine. And from our perspective, all those businesses and industry people will be able to network, but they'll also see what Wodonga TAFE's got to offer. We've made a huge amount of changes there recently, and all our team will be on board that evening to talk about those changes and talk about the offerings and how we can support those businesses to prosper and grow.
Yeah, and as you say, it is a really good opportunity for you to showcase, you know, just what you can bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we're constantly looking for those things that industry want us to do that we're not currently doing either. So it's an opportunity for us to showcase the good things we do right now that we know we do well, but also listen to those businesses and find out the bits that they want us to do that we're not doing.
Yeah, that's right. Now, a report was recently released that does actually outline how well you really are doing at the moment.
We're doing really well as a TAFE, and if you've been reading the papers both nationally and at the state level, there's quite often quite a bit of bad news in the paper around vocational education and training. A lot of the private providers have gone out of business. Probably that's a good thing because they were really poor quality providers, so students and businesses were trusting them and really they shouldn't have been. So it's a good time for the public to actually understand that TAFE, wherever they are, offers a really good quality reputation and a good quality education and training for the businesses and for students. And that's been reflected in the state statistics where they've looked really hard at benchmarking all of the TAFEs in Victoria around how well they do from a customer perspective, from a student perspective, from an employer satisfaction perspective, and also how well they're going financially, because they have to be a good business to survive. And Wodonga TAFE has come out right at the top. We are by far the best, highest scoring regional TAFE in Victoria, and we're also, I think, the second best TAFE overall. So we're right up there, punching above our weight and battling it out to be the best TAFE in Victoria with some of those really large metropolitan TAFEs sitting down in Melbourne. So really pleased. It's about student satisfaction and doing a good job.
Absolutely, and what a brilliant accolade for you as well. Congratulations. Now, a topic of conversation, and I know it comes up often, not only for educational purposes, but for business as well, is that cross-border. The barriers.
It's frustrating for everybody, I think, the cross-border situation. And it's important that the TAFEs and the two state governments really work hard together to try and resolve some of those frustrations that students and businesses have trying to access good quality education and training across the border. I've spent a lot of time with the New South Wales TAFE and their managing director, and we're all committed, and so is the cross-border commissioner, to really resolve those issues so that whether you're a business or a student, you can go to any TAFE to do any course based on that reputation of that course and the quality of that course and how good a course that is in terms of giving you a good job outcome at the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, there's changes at DECA, which does create some pretty big opportunities.
It does, and I'll just remind your listeners that DECA is our sort of driver training arm of the TAFE. We teach heavy goods vehicle licence training, and we've gone through a massive transformation of that business, really to sort of refocus that business on how we make driver training as good as it can be for those industries. It's an industry that has a lot of accidents, a lot of rollovers on our roads. They're very expensive in terms of human life, but also in terms of the damage they cause to the roads and the loads that those trucks are carrying. So we're working really hard to improve driver safety, and we've had some really good deals. We've just completed a fabulous arrangement with a Thai company, a large logistic provider in Thailand, a 5-year contract there. So what we offer with DECA is quite different to many of the TAFE courses. DECA is a thing that we sell, not just in Victoria, but across the whole of Australia, and as we've seen from the Thailand contract, overseas as well. So an exciting future for DECA, a new management team in play, and we're really we're really confident that that business is going to grow significantly over the course of the next 12 to 24 months.
And a fantastic cash injection as well.
Yes, and we always like that because
Yeah.
what we do as a TAFE, if we get a cash injection, then we can actually reinvest that back into TAFE. So, we're not making big profits. That we're not a private training provider where the profits go somewhere else. Any money we make as a TAFE goes back into how we make our TAFE a better TAFE for the students and businesses in our region. So we have just sold a fairly large site down in Melbourne, and $4 million from that sale will go directly into making our Wodonga TAFE a much better TAFE. And people will already have seen that. If they've driven past recently, the whole front of the building has been redeveloped and redesigned. It's a building that hadn't been touched for 30 years. So we're a modern, innovative training provider, and we have to invest in our facilities, invest in our staff to make sure that we stay at that high quality level that we're achieving across the state.
And that is why you stay on top of the list when it comes to Victorian TAFEs as well.
Yeah, and we're determined to stay there, Angela.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Mark Dixon, the Wodonga TAFE CEO, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.